You know, um, I've been told that I'm like a walking rabbit hole, a walking rabbit hole, and I totally believe this. It was because the way I see it is when I meet people, it's always for a reason. It's always. There's not too many extras in my world. Even my extras probably be my bodyguard or something. Just paying attention to make sure, I don't need them for help. But a walking rabbit hole because when people meet me, they are really shocked by the way that I am. And I would like to talk about that, okay? Not necessarily the shockness, but what does it mean for somebody like me to be amongst people not like me? How about that? That was a good way to say it. But who am I? It is me, Ursula, and these are my philosophies from the mind of INFJ. And that's me. I am an oracle. I know some of you guys know that by now, but it's like below I have my website, the INFJ Oracle. I'm an Oracle. And I feel that I'm an Oracle because I actually guide people. And I don't guide them because they necessarily come to me asking for guidance. Because a lot of them was not aware that they need guidance. I guide people because they can't believe that I exist sometimes. Some people just don't believe that somebody like me exists. And they often tell me, they don't say it like that, they just say, I never met anyone like you. And I'm not just talking about men, Someone real close to me, a family member said that they never met anyone like me. So they don't know how to compare me to other people. They just got to deal with what that comes along. I am like a walking rabbit hole because people, when they meet me, they try to figure out whether she real or not, Who is this person that seemed to be acting at one point? They think it's an act, but they realize that is never off. This can't be an act. I never see her at I guess, character. So this must be her, but how is she real? A lot of the times when I meet somebody, especially new people, I don't care if we drive through or whatnot, but my inner child comes out first. Sorry for that. I kicked the doggone thing. I kicked it. And just in case you didn't hit the buttons, please do that for me. Just do me a solid. Oh my gosh, how hard is that? Like, subscribe, share. Thank you. Um, my inner child goes out first, almost like a child running to one of their family members when they came home from work. And that's the way my my energy comes out to people, and they have to immediately, just like if a child running with their hands up to grab hold to you, you have to immediately figure out what to do with this child. Do I hug her? Do I just drop everything, or do I run because I have my hands full with life, and but this person is coming out here with all this energy that's saying you are loved. Pretty much. That's what my energy says to strangers. You are loved. And a lot of them feels, how in the heck is that true? Because I've done so many things that you don't even know about. And I got my hands full with so much. If I'm so loved, then why I'm so busy? And when they get to know me, they stare around me for a while. They realize, no, she wasn't acting. It is really love that comes off her energy. It is really love. And they got to figure out, how is this possible? And why is it here with me? So they go down a rabbit hole. hmm And they seem to become aware that they are not alone in this world. Just just by meeting me. Just by meeting me, they realized somebody must have put me there because I am not normal. Totally. I tried. I really did. I really did. I tried. I tried to be normal. But I'm not. And I'm okay with that right now. I'm probably, maybe a few years down the road, there might be an issue with me again. I know in high school, that was a big issue. That was a terrible big issue. High school, grade school. Oh my gosh, why couldn't I just be normal? But I'm okay with that right now because I know why. I know my purpose. And that is what we want to talk about today. What I want to talk about today. People and their purposes. Why do you think you're here? Yeah. Do you send people down a rabbit hole thinking, is this person is something else in disguise or alien? They say, you an alien, extraterrestrial. I love that song. I do. I think they made that song for me. I won't be surprised because I definitely been watched a lot. But we're on a cycle. That's the way that this world works. It's you're on a cycle and you are supposed to elevate from that cycle to the next, then to the next, to the next. It's like was it Jacob's ladder? You're supposed to elevate. You're supposed to go up, and until you reach to the point where you get like a ascend. You can do that. But the thing is that gets people trapped is that they continue to want to possess things that is on their cycle. This is mine. It's going to always be mine. I want that. It's on this cycle that I'm on now. And then when they elevate from that cycle and they have to lose that, they get heartbroken. But that was a part of the old cycle. You want a new one. You got to let that go and let the new stuff come on. Trust me. Most likely you're gonna like this new stuff better because you're on a different cycle, and most likely you didn't fall to a lower cycle. You go up, to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. That's the way you go. But you got to stop trying to possess everything that is on the path right now. It's only supposed to be there while you're on this cycle. You know, they wrote a song about it. You know the song? You want to hear it? Right here it goes. Okay. I'm not gonna sing the whole song. I'm sorry. I heard a lot of people say they don't, oh, why you gotta sing? But I'm not gonna sing the whole song. Okay. All right. Yeah. But the song that they wrote to illustrate the fact that you're moving along the cycle and you're going to different cycles. It's before we arrive on this planet and blinking, step into the sun. There is more to see that could ever be seen. What to do that could ever be done. It's far too much to take in here. Oh yeah, this is a big place. More divine that could ever be found. You get lost looking for stuff. But as the sun rolling high to that sapphire sky keeps the great and the small on their endless rounds. It's the circle life. And it moves us on through despair and hope. It's moving us along through faith and love until you find our place on our path unwinding. Until we find that time, you're going to be what? In that circle. The circle of life. See? It actually tells you that you're on this cycle, and if you don't pass, it's gonna come around and around and around. And a lot of times you guys are failing this cycle, your cycles, because you keep trying to possess stuff. Then greed and trying to possess stuff. It is not yours. It's just here temporarily while you on that cycle. Let it, her, him go. Let it go. While you get on your next cycle, you're gonna get more stuff. You can't get everything. You can't hold all that stuff. Don't be a bag lady. Let it go. Now, with that in mind, hit the buttons. Bye. Have a good day. Thank you for listening.